Just got back from the grocery store, starting to drizzle a little bit. Got to get inside quick. Got the ingredients to make some burgers and some fries for the last grill of the year before I clean up and close it down for the season. In the Northeast, you get the rain, you got the snow, you got the cold. Yeah, I don't mess around with grilling outdoors when it's rainy or cold. So it's time. And what a better way to close it out than with a good burger. The inspiration for the menu for this week's episode of As You Eat It comes from one of my favorite things, the movies. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge movie buff. I would rather stay in and watch a movie or go to the movies than go to a bar or a club any day of the week. Now, usually on weekends, you'll find me home in my PJs watching Turner Classic Movies or even Hallmark. I feel you judging me about that Hallmark thing, and it's a guilty pleasure. And, you know, they end in happy endings all the time, and who doesn't love a good rom-com? Anyway, on the menu this week is going to be the Chucky Burger, inspired by Good Will Hunting, although it will bear a striking resemblance to the Big Mick from McDowell's if you've seen Coming to America. On the side's going to be a little garlic parsley air-fried fries, and some baked beans inspired by Blazing Saddles. And for the drink / dessert, depending on what you want to do, the Mia Wallace milkshake inspired by Pulp Fiction. Oh, hopefully this holds up. It's not looking great out there, guys. Let's work on the beans first. I'm using a pound of dried Great Northern beans here today, but you certainly can use the can as well. It's going to be about 3 cans worth. We're going to sort our dried beans here, make sure there are no rocks in there. Give it a rinse, shake them off, and then into the container they go with enough filtered water to cover. Sit overnight, or you can boil these beans for about an hour until they're tender. Drain your beans, and into the bowl they go, along with half of this onion. The other half is going to go into our secret sauce. Just trim down the side and get your thumb and finger underneath and really peel off that skin. Down in half, and roughly chopped. Scoop it up, and into the bowl it goes, along with a hefty pinch of salt. And all of these seasonings are to taste. Garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, flat iron spice 4 chili blend gives a nice heat to this, but if you don't like spice, you can always omit. Pepper medley to taste. And now our liquids, 10 dashes of Worcestershire sauce, a half a cup of ketchup, then 2 cups of soda. I'm using Dr. Pepper, but you can use cola or root beer if you like. You can also omit and use stock, but if you do, use about a half a cup of brown sugar. Top off with more liquid if we need to, and cook in your slow cooker on low for 8 to 10 hours, on high 5 to 6 hours, or in a 325 degree oven for about 3 to 4 hours. If you use the oven method, put a pan underneath in case it bubbles up on you. To serve, 2 scoops in a ramekin. Yum! It's time for Sing Along with Chef. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Now, if you remember that jingle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And today's Chucky Burger will use the basic ingredients listed there, but done with my twist. Let's start with the special sauce. Chop up 1 half sour pickle and add it to your reserved onions. You certainly can use a garlic pickle, a dill gherkin, or even a sweet pickle here. That would be a-okay. Just clean off your knife, gather it on up. Then add in 6 to 8 jalapeno stuffed olives. You certainly can use pimento stuffed or the garlic stuffed. The blue cheese stuffed is really good. It adds a nice funk to this. Drive through with our knife, really make it nice and small. Then we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of mayo right into our bowl, followed by an equal amount of ketchup. Now our olive mix here with our pickles and onions goes right in. Whatever's left over makes a great potato salad. Give that a stir. Now this can be really rich, so we're going to cut that with about a teaspoon of red wine vinegar. Mix to combine, transfer to a container, and set aside till we're ready for it. Let's make our fries. Now there is no wrong way to have a French fry. You can hand cut them, you can use a crinkle knife, those are available at any kitchen supply store for about 10 bucks. Frozen is fine in a pinch, but they are also pre-seasoned, so be aware of that. Before this becomes an impersonation of Bubba from Forrest Gump, let's clean, scrub, and cut the ends off 3 russet potatoes and run them through our French fry cutter, available at kitchen supply stores for about 24 bucks. Rinse the starch off of your potatoes, that'll give you a crispier end product, then refill your bowl, season with salt, and about a 1/4 cup of white vinegar that's going to create a brine and also keep the potatoes from oxidizing. Let sit until you're ready to use them. When you're ready, blot them on a paper towel till they're dry. We're going to air fry our garlic parsley fries, but if you don't have an air fryer, that's okay. You can use your oven as well. Layer fries in a single layer, then air fry for 10 minutes at 350 degrees to cook them through, then raise the temperature to 480 degrees for 10 minutes to crisp. If you're baking your fries instead, toss with a tablespoon of vegetable oil and bake according to the 2-temperature method. Oven times and temperatures will vary, so play around with it until you get the results you like. Then toss in the garlic, parsley, and olive oil, season with salt, and enjoy. Looks like it stopped raining. You might get this one in. Let's make our burgers. For our burgers here, we have 1 3/4 pounds of ground beef, a mixture of chuck and sirloin. Chuck for the fat content and sirloin for the flavor. Gonna mix that together before we start forming our balls, which will then become our patties. And you really want a nice light hand on this, just rolling and molding, not really squeezing or pressing. That'll make tough burgers. Now to season. This looks unorthodox, but it works every time. Lay down a sheet of parchment paper and then season the parchment paper with sea salt, pepper medley to taste, garlic powder, and onion powder. And we put our balls down on our seasoned parchment paper and give them a roll. Even coverage. Move the balls to one side of the parchment paper, then fold the other side over to cover, and then gently press down to form patties. Now make a thumbprint in the center of each patty, that way they stay nice and flat when we cook them. Take another sheet of parchment paper, lay them on top, and we're ready to transport these bad boys outside. Burgers are ready. Let's head out to the grill. Oop, change of plans. At this point, we have a couple of options for our burgers. We can certainly broil them, or we can even cook them in a cast iron skillet. But since I don't want my house to smell like meat for days, we're going to roast them instead. 550 degrees for about 3 to 5 minutes per side, turning halfway, giving the pan a spin so they cook evenly. While they're cooking, let's cut the cheese. I'm using a buffalo wing hot sauce cheddar, but you certainly can use pepper jack or whatever you like. Remove your burgers after the second 3 to 5, top with cheese, put back in your oven, then turn it off and leave them in there until the cheese melts. Nice. Time to put the chucky together and put the finishing touches on our fries. While our griddle is heating over medium, we're going to trim down one of the burger bun tops so that we have a nice even platform for the middle of our chucky, since we do have 3 layers of bread here. Pop these down on our griddle and let them toast. Checking on that. Okay. Looks like we're in a good spot. Lay it out here on our cutting board so we can assemble it easily. Top with our special secret sauce. Sweet and spray. Then a little spinach on the bottom layer. One of our Chucky burger patties. Middle one goes on next, followed by some more sauce, another layer of spinach, and another burger, making sure it doesn't topple over on you. Top and serve immediately, or put a skewer or toothpick through it to really keep it stable. To finish our fries, we're going to roughly chop 2 teaspoons of parsley, then smash down and chop 1 clove of garlic. Into the bowl it goes, along with a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. Fries go in, and we start tossing and mixing and mixing and tossing. Season with salt, make sure you season from up high. Toss to coat, make sure it's nice and even, and then plate them up. Yum. Sometimes you need a shake with the burger and fries. Check this one out. 4 scoops of red velvet vanilla chocolate core ice cream goes into our blender jar or personal smoothie cup, followed by half a cup of milk and blend. Into our glass, garnish with whipped cream, a touch of cocoa powder, and a straw. Let's go. You just order a $5 shake. It's milk and ice cream. No bourbon or nothing. Now for something a little different. A little grown-up ice cream soda Vincent Vega would like. 1 shot of amaretto goes into our glass, followed by 1 shot of cinnamon whiskey, 2 scoops of our ice cream. Get it down in there. And then fill with soda. I'm using Dr. Pepper, but you can use Coke, root beer, whatever you want. Stir it up, make sure you get all the booze incorporated, and add a straw. Looks like the sun came out just long enough for me to clean the grill. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. As always, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram, same name as you eat it. Follow me on Facebook, same name as you eat it. Come see me live at Bloomingdale's 3rd Avenue. Check my Instagram for the schedule. If you would like to be an executive producer of As You Eat It, follow me on Patreon. The link is below, patreon.com/asyoueatit. And as always, cook how you want to cook, eat how you want to eat, make a burger how you want to make a burger, eat as you eat it. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to get back to work.